Hello, everybody. Welcome to another review of The Oval. Sorry I'm late with my review. I wanted to do it yesterday, but you know what? I never even thought about doing it yesterday. I like to do it the day after, but it never even came to my mind to do it. So let's start out with the beginning. So, of course, Victoria wanted Alan to kill Ellie. And, he had the bat and everything and was contemplating doing it, and Victoria was threatening him and everything. And it was just very, very bad. And then Ellie gets up and she explains everything, like how she ended it with Hunter, how it should have never happened, and then she's talking about how she loves Alan and da 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 and all this, and I'm like, well, where is all this coming from? Because it did not seem like she loved Alan when she was saying all the things she said to him, and just based on the way that he treated her, it just was like out of left field, and I'm like, but this is Tyler Perry, so he's going to have some I guess plot fails or whatever. I think it was probably a mistake for him to make Alan abusive, because it would have been a lot easier to understand Ellie coming back to that point of view, saying that she loved Alan if he was not abusive. And so to keep this review short, Ellie was saying all this, and all of a sudden she gets shot. And so later on in the episode, the police are there, and they're explaining, well, there was a shooting across the street, and it was a stray bullet and all that. And I'm like, yeah, right. So my thinking is it was not Victoria that had it done, because she wanted Alan to do it. I'm thinking that it might have been her father that had it done, because all the information was quite public. And so he would have easily been able to do something like that and make it look like, oh, stray bullet, gunfire from another building, whatever. And what else happened? So, so Sharon goes over there to Richard and Nancy's house to tell Richard what happened with Hunter. And she gets there, and Barry is outside with this woman, and I'm going to get back to this part because it ties into another part of the story. And then she's going to get mad, like, who is this? And I'm like, Sharon, you're not with Barry, so why does he have to answer who he's with? And so the woman leaves, and then then Kareem shows up, and then they're arguing outside, and then Richard and Nancy come out, and Nancy's like, well, Jody called us and said you were arguing out here, so just get inside. So Sharon explains what happened to Richard, and he's like, I don't think we should talk about this. And he was speaking in a way like, there could be listening devices around, and let's not talk about this. So he's writing notes and everything. And this was a fail by Tyler Perry, because the notes were not magnified enough. There was a little bit of a zoom, and it's like you're leaning into seeing it. Well, what does that say? And it could have been more magnified, because it just really, that was a directorial fail right there. And he directs the episodes too, so that was on him. And she explained everything, and Richard says he's going to handle it, or whatever that means. Okay, so what else happened? So the vice president, he of course wants to take Hunter down, and he put Bobby and Max in one hotel room like they were a couple. Of course, they didn't like that at all, and so pretty much they were just going back and forth about that. And so I don't know what's going to. I don't even know where this direction this story is going to go in at all. So, and then of course there's Lily, and this has been poorly written, because nothing that Lily has been doing has made sense. It's like, why would you have Bobby in the attic like that? Why would you have him in there like that? It just doesn't make any sense. Um, it's like Tyler is just writing it as he goes along, not planning anything long term, and that much is obvious because you've seen with other shows there have been some plot lines that have been sloppy or things that have been dropped, and so yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So Lily is trying to talk smart, and she's clearly at a disadvantage. And next week she's getting waterboarded, and I'm like, that's really like, I mean, a lot of this is like, it's predictable because, of course, the first thing you think of when you're writing something is, oh, you mess with the government, they're gonna waterboard you. So that was a little bit predictable. And what else happened? Okay, so back at Richard and Nancy's house, Sharon says she recognized the woman that Barry was with, and she's like, well, she looks different without all that Rakadushi stuff on. He's like, what? And then he goes looking for the money, and the money is gone. So she had taken the money, which it's probably best that the money was out of the house anyway, because the Rakadushis are crazy and would be willing to kill for it. Okay, let me make sure I'm covering everything. Okay, Ed. There was a short scene with Kareem and Dale, and basically Dale wants to work in the back of the pharmacy, and it's clear why, because he was almost killed. And there was something else I wanted to talk about. I think I got everything. So, yeah, like I said, I would keep this one short. So that was The Oval. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.